Welcome to 10-minute coaching session with me, Marie. Hi, guys. You guys, I am so excited. Sorry about that, you guys. I am so excited. We're like literally hours away from 2023. It was a time of my life I never even thought that we would make it to 2023. Well, I would make it to 2033. It wasn't even fathomable for me. Like I just thought either it's gonna be like the Jetsons and the cars flying around, or the world just wasn't gonna be here. But guess what? The world is gonna be here. So we need to prepare ourselves so that we can have another great year. Or if you didn't have a great year in 2022, you can make sure that that doesn't happen again. And doing and making sure that don't happen again is planning goals, and setting goals and planning ways to execute those goals so that they can be successful, so that you can have a successful year and get those goals accomplished that you dream of. Because you guys, having a goal with no plan is having a wish, having a fantasy. You don't want to be one of those people like, I wish I did this, I wish I had that, I wish, or fantasizing that, they have this false illusion that they're somewhere who they're not because they never went after their goals when they can really be that person. You don't want to be that person. So it's important to set goals. I know some of you guys just hate the New Year resolutions that people like to set and the New Year, new me term. But I believe that when people say new me, new year, new me, that they do not mean it literally, that they're really meaning a new year, a new and improved me. Because the reality of it is, as you plan set goals every year and accomplish them, you are becoming a new and improved you, because you have gained more knowledge, you have gained more wisdom, you might have even lost a few pounds or maybe gained some weight if that was your goal. You know what I'm saying? You increased in your finances, so you are a new and improved you. You might have bought you a new house, a new car. So whatever those goals is, you do become a new and improved you. You don't become a new you, but it is a new and improved you. And there is nothing wrong with setting New Year's resolutions. So don't let those negative Nancy's who hate New Year's resolutions detour you from setting your goals and your New Year's resolution. If you notice, people who don't set goals, they end up in the same place every year. They're not moving forward. They're sitting still. They're moving, because in reality, even when you feel like you're not moving, you're moving. You're either moving forward or backwards. And the people who are not setting goals are moving backwards. And us who set goals and plans for ourselves, we're moving forward in our lives and our dreams and our goals and things like that. So always be moving forward. So I have some tips for you guys so you guys continue to move forward. If you haven't set your goals already, that is fine. If you have, these tips will still help you organize your goals. So you guys, setting goals are categorized based on the amount of time that it takes to accomplish. So that's what setting goals is. It's based on the time that it makes to accomplish. So goal setting is nothing but the identification of long-term and short-term goals. So go ahead, you guys, get a piece of paper right now. Get you a piece of paper right now, you guys, and write on that piece of paper. Even if you already set your goals, this will be so important. Short-term, long-term goals on one side. Right along, we're going to organize those goals right now for you while you're doing it. Or you can start right now planning your goals and organizing right now doing this 10-minute session. So you guys, we want to do that, and it's based on the time. Remember, setting your goals is categorizing them based on the amount of time it takes to accomplish them. What does that mean? That means that short-term goals can usually be accomplished in a year or less. So they're short term. So that's when you are to categorize that. Something that can be accomplished in a year or less. So an example of a short term goal would be like graduating from a trade school or completing a certification like a CNA or something like that, a finance course, cosmetology school, esthetician, things like that, because those usually take a year or less to complete, you guys. Now, on the other hand, long-term goals are different because they are measured in larger increments of time, because they take longer, like 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, or even longer depending on the goal. So a long-term goal is something that's going to take more than a year to complete. So if you have any goals that you had written down that's going to take longer than a year, you want to place those over into long-term goals. So an example of a long-term goal that I have seen that people made into a short-term goal is moving to another city. So moving to another city should be a long-term goal because that is a big process. And if you miss a step, you can end up in trouble, in financial trouble. You could just really end up in a lot of trouble making a move without completing the short-term goals. Short-term goals for a move should be you researching the city, researching the crime rate, researching the cost of living there, researching the education system or the schools you want your kids to go to, researching the neighborhood you want to live in, finding a job already before you get there, saving up enough money so that you don't so that you and your family don't have hardship when you get there, so you don't struggle when you get there. So the move, having enough money to still have money after you made that move. Those are the short-term goals that you would want to complete before making a big move. Another example of a long-term goal would be opening up a restaurant after you have finished a certification in culinary arts school or something like that, or a business course. You don't want to open up a business without having education and knowledge on how to run a business, how to run the finance, how to close your books, things like that, how to cook. If your staff can't come in, you might have to step in to keep your business running. So you want to know how to cook if your cook can't come in one day, so to make sure that your business stays successful. So you guys, the goal right now, I'd like for you guys right now, if you haven't, to go ahead and write down a short-term goal and then a long-term goal that short-term goal is going to get you to. Go ahead and get that. Write those goals down. Go ahead and write your goal down for 2023, short-term and long-term, because you want to have both. It's important to have both. It's important that you don't miss a step. Missing a step can cause you a lot of pain, a lot of distress, just a lot when you miss a step. Because I don't know if you guys ever missed a step in your home or going down some steps. I did. One day I was coming down the stairs after a shower, you guys, in my home, and I missed a step. I don't know how, but I came tumbling down. Boom, hit the floor so hard. Same thing can happen if you miss a step while accomplishing your goals. You never want to skip over your short-term goals straight to your long-term goals, because you'll come tumbling down with a big bang. So always complete your short-term goals and allow them to lead you to those long-term goals that you have planned for yourself, and that will help you be successful. So after you have written down your goals, your short-term and your long-term goals, there is a way to determine whether your goal setting will be effective. So determine whether your goal setting plan is effective by asking yourself these 5 key questions that I have for you. Question 1, are there specific skills I will need to learn in order to meet my goals? Look at your goals, your long-term, your short-term, long-term goals. Are there specific skills I need to learn in order to meet this goal? And the answer is usually going to be absolutely yes. Like if you want to open a business, there are short-term goals. You need to do some research on the business, research on the consumers, the people who you want to come buy whatever they're going to buy from your business, research on how to run a business. So there are always going to be skills that you need to learn to complete your goal. Number 2, is the information I need to reach my goal readily available? Are there people around me who've already taken this path that can help me and guide me down the road that I'm trying to take, so I can complete my goals successfully? You guys, number 2 should be a yes for everyone, because we live in a world of technology. The only thing that you would have to do is use Google to research any goal that you have. You would just have to take the time out to research it and find the correct information, and then you will have the information you need. It's always ready and available for us because of the world that we live in 2022 going into 2023. Number 3, you guys, am I willing to seek out a mentor or a coach to enhance my learning? Am I willing to put my pride to the side and understand that teamwork makes the dream work? Am I willing to get the advice of somebody who has taken the time to invest in themselves to receive the knowledge to give to you? A mentor can guide you, do things. A coach can give you tools to help you balance out your life along the way while you're completing these goals. Are you willing to seek the help that you need to invest in yourself to accomplish your goals for the 2023 year. 4, what is the best method or approach to accomplish my goals? That is so important to look at those goals and figure out the best method or approach to accomplish your goals. It is important because you don't want to neglect any of your other goals. You don't want to neglect your health, your wife, your husband, your children, your friends, or whatever else. You want to make sure that you're balanced out, and being balanced, and a way to be balanced is finding out the best method or approach to accomplish that goal. Lastly, but not least, it's number 5. Am I open to finding better ways of putting my plan into practice? If one way don't work, are you open to finding a better way to put that plan into practice to complete that goal? Don't give up on your goal. Just find a better way. Are you willing to take the advice of somebody else to help you make a better plan to practice? Are you willing to do that? You guys, I would just like to leave you guys with a quote of the great Benjamin Franklin said to us: if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. If you fail to plan for 2023 year, you are planning to fail. Don't plan to fail. Get your list together of short-term and long-term goals and get to going. I would also like to thank you for joining me, and Happy New Year's. I believe that you guys are going to have a successful New Year's if you follow these tips and you set your goals and you plan them out properly, you guys. And also remember that the quality of your life depends on the words that you speak. So when you're speaking over your goals, speak life, speak health, speak faith, speak good things over them, and you will have a successful year. Happy New Year's, and thank you for joining me. I will see you in the 2023 year. I have to get used to saying that, you guys, very soon.